Howdy, y'all. So on the next episode of Ricky's Big World, we gonna spill all the tea.
And he took it to the back of his property. He bought it.
He burned it.
And I don't know what chemicals are in it because I told you it's got the perfumes, it's got the cleaners and all that. Blue flames were just coming up.
Back in the pizza world caverns, behind the test ovens, and in reality next to the bathrooms, it's Ricky's Big World.
Hi, and welcome to another edition of Ricky's Big World. I'm glad that you came by.
It's been a day.
I'm wearing my River Boy thing again.
Yeah, your vintage.
You know, vintage.
I wonder how much that's worth.
I ain't even thought about that. You know, when I was moving some stuff, I actually found these old pewter cars from Avon. They're like heavy.
Really?
And I was gonna throw them away. I was like, no, we good. I'm gonna keep them. So I wonder how much those might be worth.
Yeah, you'll have to look it up.
I have my granddad's collection. Anyway. All right, so what do you want to talk about today?
Well, I heard you talking not too long ago about
What's me?
a toilet.
It's like I heard.
So in case the
Which
family
toilet?
doesn't know, I listened to your radio station. Well, when you were on it, I listened to it.
Yeah, I left on the 25th.
Yeah,
Mhm.
and you would tell a lot of
September.
stories on there, and sometimes there's stories on there that I would like to know more information about, so we could talk about them here.
It's called a teaser.
Yeah, and then sometimes there's things you say in stories that you just gloss over that I would like to talk about during the podcast because I think they'd be interesting. So let's talk toilets.
What did you hear?
That you were blessed by a talking toilet.
Okay, so my cousin. You want to really get into my
I do.
cousin? I've got ghetto cousins and I've got bougie cousins. Now, so my ghetto cousin, Jed. I love Jed to death. But he's the one that's got the trailer with the underpin lighting. He's got the mag wheels on the rims and all that. That's Jed.
He's the one with Penelope.
He's got the raccoon. That's
Okay,
right.
The raccoon Penelope.
So Jed was gifted one of those high, fancy, talking Japanese toilets.
He was just gifted.
He was gifted one of one of my other cousins. He was.
Oh my
All right, so. So I have one cousin who is loaded. Okay, he's got a lot of money. So he is building another house, and they wanted to take out the bidet, the special fancy toilet, and put in the regular toilet. And he didn't want it in his house, so he gave it to our mutual cousin Jed.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so Jed goes in, and when I say he's got a trailer, he ain't got one of these nice trailers. No, this is like a 1978 trailer. Okay, I think it's still got asbestos in it or something, but it get hot in there, and you be passing out. So he goes and he installs this toilet. Now he rigs it like you wouldn't believe to make it work with the electrical system that cannot support something like this. So he's got an outdoor generator that he took a big heavy duty extension cord and drilled a hole in the floor and put that extension cord through to plug the special toilet up because he knew it would blow up his trailer if he decided to plug it up to the regular.
Okay.
All right. So now you got this big, fancy, beautiful toilet sitting in this horrible bathroom. Okay. What's looking at?
So your star must have fallen at some point today, and it ended up on the floor, like in front of the door. So Kyle picked it up to put it back on the door for you.
Did he actually put it back on the door?
He did. So your star's there.
That's nice. I'm a fallen star that's been lifted back up to the praises. All right. So anyway, so the toilet has a remote. It will wash your backside. It will dry your backside.
It'll dry it.
Yeah, it has a little heater in it. Bing, pinky up.
Yeah.
All right. So, but it also will play music while you're sitting there. It will cleanse itself and it'll sanitize itself.
That is, I wish.
It's
I need a toilet that'll clean itself.
I want to say it's between $5,000 and $10,000 for a hole to poop in.
I'm trying to weigh if it's worth
It ain't worth it.
the effort of cleaning a toilet. I have a toddler.
Look, as long as you don't leave stamps and you let the stamps go out with the mail every time you use the bathroom, then the stamps ain't gonna dry on the side of the toilet, and you ain't got to worry about it. Make sure you clean your stamps off and let them go out with the mail. All right, we'll just say it like that. All right, so again, beautiful thing. It's got this hue to it where different lights hit it, it changes colors. I mean, it's just all made. And but it hums like if it's just sitting there. Because I sat there and I just wanted to sit on it, right? So we didn't drop no drawers, nothing. So I just sat on it, and it'll go. And after a while, you fall asleep. I mean, it's like so relaxing.
It just hums.
It just be a hum, you know. And so where you got a control thing on the side. Now I have a bidet in our house. I'll talk about that in a minute. But this thing is like a separate toilet, all itself, a whole personality. And it's got this nice control system on the side, or you got a remote. All right. So, because you can stand there and press the remote, and it'll self-clean itself. It'll close the lid by itself, and then is a locking system, and all of a sudden you hear, and then all of a sudden it lifts back up and it goes ding.
That's what every toilet should have, that function. Every
I
single
like the
toilet.
cleaning aspect of it. All right.
Yeah.
So you can choose the voice on it. You can either have a really nice woman's voice that says, "You have now came to you."
I don't know if I want my toilet talking
Or
to me.
you can have a dude's voice on there, but it's in different settings. So you got really, really high pitch, like female voice, and low pitch.
Yeah.
High pitch male, low pitch.
It's crazy.
And so you can choose the voice. You can choose the accent. Now it comes standard with a more Japanese. It's in Japanese, but you can do it in English, in American English, Australian English, Japanese English, or I think there's something else as far as English. But then you also have the other settings in French, Spanish.
crazy.
It-
That's
again,
amazing.
And every time I mention a feature, I need to up the price. So I'm sure we got to $8,000 now. So I officially used it one time, and I went to, I used the bathroom. I tried to get the part out where it squirts on you, and then it dried you. And then there's an option on there I didn't know. It'll spray perfume on your butt.
It'll spray.
It'll go
perfume.
a little bit of perfume.
That's amazing.
And you can choose the scent. There's only like two different kinds, but you choose what scent. It's either pine tree, I guess for men who want more masculine smelling butt,
Okay.
or there's the powder puff. So it's more like linen.
Yeah.
So I tried it and I said, I want pine tree. So this I smell like I'm going out to woods. And as I'm getting up off the thing, and I'm dry, and I'm doing everything else, pull my drawers up. And all of a sudden, I go to turn around, and the toilet seat normally, when you're done, automatically goes down.
Right.
It was still up. And then it says something in Japanese to me, and it squirts me. I mean, and it's a powerful squirt. Okay, it's not like some little skuts. It is like a fountain, right in my face. I said, I know you did not. All of a sudden, it started talking to me in Japanese.
Oh no.
And I'm like, am I being like exercised before a demon or something? I mean, so why are you talking to me? And I'm having a whole conversation, standing there talking to me and talking. And so I grabbed the remote and I'm like, okay, fine. I pushed the wrong button. All of a sudden, music starts playing. Ding, 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 ding. And so I go out there and I yell for Jed. And I said, Jed, is there something going on with your toilet? Possessed or something? Not again. I done put some sage around the bottom of it. I said, is this thing like possessed or something? I don't know, it's possessed. It's speaking something. This time it's like demon talk or something. So go in there and he's got some other kind of setting going on with it, whatever it is. And when he does it, it is literally a demonic sounding. Something's going on,
What?
and it is like. I'm like, no. I said, where's that sage at? I went to the kitchen, I grabbed some and threw it all in that bathroom. And I said, we ain't doing this no more. So he wound up taking that toilet out, and he took it to the back of his property. He burned it.
He burned it.
And I don't know what chemicals are in it, because I told you it's got the perfumes, it's got the cleaners and all that. Blue flames were just coming up, and we were just. He was just telling me all about how, he's like, okay, I just burnt the devil. This is Salem witch trial right here. We got rid of Satan in this thing. And this boy truly still believes to this day that thing was possessed.
Instead of it just being broken.
I don't know what kind of broken it was. I looked at the troubleshooting guide, and I'm like, how in the world is this troubleshooting guide not have demonic possession in it? No.
So you just threw a bunch of sage at it and then took it out.
He threw the sage at it. And I had already left the house and came back up here when he decided. I said, why didn't you do it while I was there? He said, I didn't think about it. I said, I heard it speak demon. I heard it do this, I heard it do that. So no. You should have done it while I was there. I would have loved to have seen that. And he sent me pictures, but it's hard to see the blue flame.
Yeah.
But he said the flames were blue. I could tell that it wasn't regular orange, red flames. It was something else. But he swears up and down. He heard it moaning and everything else. And I went, man. So we talked to our other cousin about, I said, where'd you get this toilet? He said, well, it was gifted to me. I was like, That is a whole movie right there. Do you remember The Box? Did you ever see that movie?
No.
All right, so guy comes to the family and says, I'll give you so much money, $1 million, and I have this precious butt on the box. But what's the catch? Somebody you do not know dies.
Ooh.
Okay, so they agree. All right. Which, think about it. Somebody else might get it, and then they say somebody else you don't know would die. They don't know you.
Yeah.
So anyway, it's the devil thing. So I was thinking about it. I was like, tell me what kind of great movie that would be about, you just inherit a toilet and that the toilet's possessed. And I was afraid to sit on the thing like it was going to suck my soul out my brain. So
Could you imagine if that's how it did it? It's just...
I'd rather not imagine my soul leaving anything like that, nothing especially through my rear end. Not while it's spritzing and perfuming the damn thing. No.
As your soul leaves, they get some perfume and you smell great.
Moving on. Okay, so
Sorry.
that's from my modeling days when I used to do the Dillards. Well, actually,
You model?
It was Gafers. Remember Gafers?
No.
Gafers, Dillards bought out Gafers, and then whatever they are now. But yeah, Gafers was a big, huge store in the mall back in the 80s.
Really?
And I used to model their big and tall section. And I actually found the pictures from when I was a teenager doing that.
Okay, I want to see those.
Oh, no.
For this episode, please send them in.
No.
Oh my
No.
God.
So whenever they say
This
pause,
is no fun.
so what I mean?
I can see your thumbnail already. Just all of those faces.
Oh, damn, I forgot about when you do stuff like that. Please stop doing that.
I
You
know.
get on my nerves.
I always take a picture from the episode too. Like it's some kind of face that you make.
Well, the longest one was, when you said pause. So, that
Oh,
is-
don't worry. I get all the faces. Doesn't matter how short.
Right.
If it's on camera, I got it.
I am really happy about that. But, I guess it is what it is.
You're not happy about the podcast and your thumbnails?
I question your judgment sometimes as if you have some type of vendetta against me when I look at some of the thumbnails.
You think I'm just sitting over here like,
Yeah, exactly.
how
Yeah.
can I?
And not just that. The little slight intros,
Yeah.
whatever you do that,
Uh-huh.
I wonder, what did I do to her today? Because here I am talking about you just pick some random right there and mess it all up and make me look bad, and
Who
then
says I
people going
make
to
you look
like
bad?
the chicken thing.
Oh, that
Me
was funny.
yelling at, yeah.
Oh, you yelled it.
But I mean,
I can't.
or the crouton being thrown across my forehead.
Yeah, that was pretty bad. That was a good
come on.
picture.
So what are you gonna do this time? You gonna talk about the toilet?
I think I'm gonna have a couple of faces this time.
Oh, because
I'm
the
gonna do your
modeling
model
picture?
faces. And
I was gonna be a hand model one time too.
a hand model.
I was actually asked. They said, "Oh, your hand looks so nice and smooth and clean." And I looked at it. I said, So I went out there and roughed the mess out of my hands. I said, "I'm a man, and it's supposed to have no clean, smooth hands like that. It's supposed to be dirty."
How much money you could have made off? Just
At the time, I could have made quite a bit of money. Just like somebody offered me a job as a phone sex operator. This is my radio.
Okay, well, we're gonna have to talk about that on
We ain't
another
talking about that.
episode.
About that. We ain't talking. And that was a whole no.
Do they have like a hands website like they do for feet? Like, is that a thing? You know how like you can look up celebrities?
Well,
feet
no.
and stuff?
Well, they have a lot of hand
Looking
models
feet or
from
whatever.
movies. You know, because some actors and actresses' hands are ragged as heck.
Yeah,
And so they'll use your hand and the same and the shot and stuff like that.
that's crazy.
It is because they don't know how to take lotion. Use some lotion. Lotion up, Lord have mercy. But
That's awesome. Huh?
yeah, it is. It is actually. But I didn't get paid for that.
Mm.
They just asked me for it, and I got offended.
Maybe somebody will take a screenshot of your hand and it'll end up in like a wiki hand kind of thing.
See, I like my hands down because they veiny,
They're roughed up.
they got hair. This is when I was younger, and they weren't as toe up now. And they're like, "Man, you should hand model. You should hand model." And of course, in my brain, I'm thinking, everybody's out to get you, and I'm like, "What you want me to hold?" That ain't right. So no. Now, if you want me to hold a cookie, we're good.
A chicken leg.
A chicken wing, that's fine. I'll hold this bit. I mean, we're good on that. See what I mean? Fresh and delightful voodoo brewery. See what I mean?
Uh-huh.
I'll do that. That's fine. Well, look here. We're out of time. This is Ricky's Big World. I'm so glad y'all stopped by. I apologize about talking about toilets and this and that and all sorts of stuff. But Roxanne and gentlemen,
We're getting to know you,
that's a little tip in my business.
compared to everything else we've talked about. This is
Look
episode
here.
31.
Ooh,
I
really?
know, yeah. We've gotten to know you on a deep level now.
Not
It's
deep
only
enough.
gonna get deeper.
It's not.
There's things we have not even covered. Places you've lived we haven't even covered. There is so much to still go into.
Yes. Yes, like the first time I ever found out about a Costco was in Washington State. Never been there before, till Washington State.
And you're on a great adventure in Louisiana right now.
That I may have hopefully a new role in TV shows.
I know there's a lot.
Gotta find out.
Yeah.
Let's see what happens.
Stay tuned.
All right, look here. So we will leave the door unlocked for you unless you'll build a pleasure. You can't come in. All right. So anyway, have a blessed day. Thanks so much. Goodbye. I just don't like you talking about how you don't use pictures of me that just steals it. Cut the camera off.